Alright, let's begin. Prosecution. Trial counsel. What are the charges listed for the defendant?
Treason, Your Honor.
Defendant, you're being charged with Article 5 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Treason, how do you plead? Defense, you are being charged with Article 5 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Treason, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Very well. Rayven, do you have any evidence that you'd like to submit as exhibits?
Yes, I would. Am I to hand it to Lieutenant Colonel in front of me?
You may approach the judge and you may submit the evidence to me. One second, let me inspect the evidence. Very well, you may present it to the defensive counsel.
Gotta grab it first.
You should have had copies, Wink Wink.
Yeah, copies of a tape? Sure.
Yep, why not?
Counsel, any objections?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Alright, Rayven, Lieutenant Colonel, you may present your evidence to the, jury.
Wait, what's going on?
Alright, prosecution.
Not nothing much.
Prosecution.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Oh.
Order in the court.
Oh, shit. I should not be talking.
Prosecution, you may begin with your opening statement to the
Oh
jury.
my gosh. What the fuck? What kind of feeling is that?
Prosecution, you may begin with your
Prosecution.
opening statement.
Opening statement.
Alright. As noted,
I'm down, Chief.
within the evidence... Any more interruptions? I hope not.
Okay, bye.
As noted, gentlemen, with the evidence you have been submitted, a particular member of our military has contacted a member of the Taliban force in an effort to see one of our very own cease to be in exchange for monetary value. It is unfair to assume that any one man can get away with someone else's death via payment. That is no different than being a hitman. So, I ask of you to think about bringing justice to the potential man that no longer is here because of another person's actions. So,
Defensive counsel, your opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it is my job and honor to present to you our case. We plead that Donut is not guilty, and we will show you how he is not, due to the fact that misinformation was handed out.
Lieutenant Colonel Rayven, you may call your first witness.
the witnesses have been unable to make it here as they are no longer alive.
Do you have any other presiding evidence?
I do not.
So does the prosecution rest their case?
Yes.
Defense, you may call your first witness to the stand if you have any.
The defense does not have a witness at this time.
Do you have any evidence? Would you like to call the defendant up as a witness to testify?
No.
Do you have any presiding evidence on your behalf? Would you have any exhibits that you'd like to present as evidence to the court?
I would like to present the prosecutor's case.
Can you reiterate? Can you say that again?
I would like to present the prosecutor's evidence and cross-examine.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, we're going unorthodox, so let's do it. Cross-examine the witness or the evidence. Go ahead. You may approach the jury.
Machine. Can somebody please help?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to present the first case that ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to present cross-examine this evidence that the prosecutor has shown. Keep in mind that all this information is being presented or shown by a Taliban agent. How are we to know that this is not being fabricated? We are at war with them. Not only that, but I would like to present one small little detail that the prosecutor has yet to show. Or ask. So, if we are to assume that this Taliban agent is not lying...
Help! My penis fell
What?
off!
Can someone please...
You may continue.
If we are to assume that this Taliban agent is telling the truth, why would we assume that one of our own countrymen, one of our own bread and blood, serving their loyal, country to the death, trying to stop them? Why are we to take this Taliban's word instead of our own men, one of our loyal men, just doing their duty? Ladies and gentlemen at the court, if potentially these Taliban have a vendetta against Donut, perhaps for taking out some of their friends, their allies, who are we to assume that this is not forged? That is all.
Does the defense rest their case? Lieutenant Colonel Rayven, trial counsel, you may give your closing statement. Go, I mean...
What?
Lieutenant Colonel Rayven, you can only cross... I mean, this is unorthodox. I would have declared a mistrial, but I mean, you guys seem fine with it, so I'm rolling on with it anyways, but he crossed your evidence. I don't really know how to say that, but in a sense, if we treated the evidence like it was a witness, he crossed it. You can't recross. Or, I take that back. You can redirect. Do you wish to redirect? You know,
Sure,
I take that
have no
back.
idea what that means.
Prosecution, give your closing statement.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have the evidence. That's all they've done is say they don't have recording software, but let's be real here. We're at war, and people breed hate. I guarantee you there are people that are out to kill each other. I guarantee you when rank is involved that there are some who would rather see another member fall. That would see another member fall. Especially if they want someone out of the way. Have you ever lost a poker game and you've been threatened with your life? Have you ever lost a fight? Well, you can know that sometimes revenge is bittersweet. It is very possible this particular member has wanted this person gone for a while. And this evidence goes to show that. That they were probably trying to get rid of them. There is nothing to say that the Taliban... There is no proof to say that the Taliban are not recording everything we say. Especially since they have access to our communications channel. Somehow. That is all.
Defense counsel, you can do your closing statement. You may proceed.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I urge you to conclude that Donut is innocent of all claims of treason. Yes.
Objection.
But,
The fuck are you object?
What?
It's a closing statement. You can't object.
Order in the court. Order in the court. You cannot object on a closing statement. Continue, Doomsday. Continue, Corporal.
what? I'm just gonna restart. Ladies of the court, I urge you to...
I object.
Order in the court.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I urge you to please, on your own intuition and understanding, conclude that Donut is in fact innocent of all crimes of treason that have been presented. With the facts that there is not much of a cross-examination or re-examination of the evidence that Rayven presented, and the fact that there is the possibility that the Taliban's may be lying. Potentially they aren't, but who are we to know? The fact that this is one of our own men who have sworn to their country that they will follow all 7 leadership styles. Not leadership style. Army values. And so once again I urge you to conclude that Donut is in fact innocent. That's my case.
Okay, this is a little unorthodox, so we've already given our closing statements, but Lieutenant Colonel Rayven's witness first arrived.
Can I call him up?
Objection?
What was your objection?
The prosecutor has stated that all witnesses were killed. How can there be another witness?
May I respond?
How's your response to that? How's your response to that, Lieutenant Colonel?
All the witnesses I asked to be here were killed.
Oh, Wilhelm.
The victim of the crime is here.
Okay, we're gonna do something a little unorthodox. 65th, I'm gonna propose this. We go back in time a little bit. We give Rayven a little leeway here since it is quote-unquote a semi-serious RP server. It is up to you though. Would you like to withdraw your objection or keep it in place? Alright, overruled. You may direct examine your witness, I guess.
Staff Sergeant Firefighter, the 101st, please step forward. Yeah, I'm talking to you back there.
Firefighter, come on, come up. Alright, Firefighter. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Am I allowed to say anything?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? This is when you say I do.
Okay, I didn't do the thing.
Since we don't really have a witness stand, firefighter, we don't really have a witness stand, so just stand right here. I just want to reiterate to everyone watching this trial that gets an opinion on Jack. This is so unorthodox, but it being a video game and that there's circumstances, I'm going to allow it this only time. This is now a court trial, as usually pertain in every instance. I just want to reiterate that very much. You may continue your direct examination, prosecution.
Staff Sergeant, do you happen to remember the night you were taken hostage by a member of the Taliban?
Yes, I do.
And,
Firefighter, can you join channel 17, by the way? Please? Or join 17. And then do the question, Rayven, so anyone in the court can hear it.
Right, yes, I do remember.
Okay. And, my first question to you is simply, how did you get out of that situation?
As I remember, I was taken to the Taliban cell.
Wait, can you repeat the question, Rayven? Did not respond, I couldn't hear you correctly. Do not answer it, firefighter.
I said,
what was the question? Go ahead.
I said, how did he get out of that situation, the hostage situation?
And you objected to relevance. And you objected to relevance. Rayven, can you, what is your response to that objection? What is your objection?
It is relevant because a deal was struck in regards to this. I mean, it's relevant because that's the situation which caused all this.
That was before the situation of prison night. This happens. That would not be relevant.
That was the same time. In fact, the deal that the defense struck was at the exact same time as the deal.
I'm gonna give prosecution a little leeway. Overruled.
Oh shit! I'm a fucking war hero.
Answer the question, firefighter.
Okay, yeah, I do remember when I was taken as hostage, but after that, I was taken inside the Taliban base. Of course, I went to prison, and then I stayed there for a while. But Matthew, he went there to rescue me. I think he was trying to do my release or something, and he did well. And then I left the Taliban base with him, and then we went, like, we headed directly back to base. But I still have no clue what's happening right here. Did I do something wrong or anything?
Do you want me to answer that? You answer that?
Go ask your next question.
Okay. Have you by any chance heard that a deal was struck by a certain member of the military for the person that held you hostage to kill you? Do you have any recollection of that, or have heard of that?
No, I don't.
Alright, well, he's not really useful to me then. He has no idea.
No further questions? You may sit down.
I'd like to call
Defensive
up
counsel, you may cross-examine. You may cross-examine.
Firefighter, so let me get this straight. You heard nothing about a deal taking place, right?
No. But
Okay.
I talking about
no,
the day where...
I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. Okay.
Right.
So, well, in that case, since you're inside the base, it would be very hard for you not to be able to hear them, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
think
you're in
so.
close quarters. Okay. So, with that in mind, is it completely possible that the Taliban are lying about this?
Objection, sir.
What's your objection?
Hey!
Wait, what?
Oh, shoot me, I'm leaving, I'm trying to leave. True send it, don't kill me. He's the one he's AFK anyways. He's the one that spawned the dupe.
Kill him?
No, he's the one that spawned the dupe. Stop shooting. Ah!
I rest my case.
Oh, for
I don't have my medical
fuck's sake.
gloves on.
Right, we can do this
Okay,
later,
so
right
we're
after
getting right in.
Don't get